System utility commands, these are very basic commands that are being used in Linux environment. Some of those commands are just like in Windows. We have time, we have calendar. Now Windows is a GUI environment, and you could view those time and calculators and stuff like that by going to the accessories, but in Linux it's not possible. So that's why there are commands that are being built that tell you to the date, the uptime information, the host name, the uname, about the operating system, which means where the commands are located, the calculator, sorry, the calendar, and the BC is binary calculators. Now let's look at our Linux machine and run these commands one by one. In Linux machine, when you are logged in through the GUI, through the console, you'll see the time here. You also have the option to go into the applications and pull up the calendar, and you'll see all the information that are automatically viewed without running any command. But what if you are logging in through the PuTTY or the terminal client? And as I said before, 98% of the time you will be logging in to the PuTTY client, to the terminal, where you're not going to be able to see all those GUI environment. So let's look at the view through the PuTTY. Again, we'll put in our IP address. It's 192.168.56.101, and I remember it by now. And if you don't, you could just simply go back to your console and type ifconfig, hit enter, and in the top right here, this is the IP address. You punch in that IP address right here and click on open terminal. It'll open up, you log in as yourself, put in the password, and you are logged in. Once you clear the screen, and you will see here there is nothing but the blank terminal. So when you wanted to run, when you wanted to find out what time is it or what date it is, you just type date, and it'll tell you today is Tuesday, March 13th, the time and the seconds and Eastern Daylight Saving Time and the year. So that's what the date command is used for. It's very simple, and sometimes the date command is used to combine with the script. So a script will wake up, it checks the date, and it will run certain scripts. We'll cover that in our scripting session. The next one is uptime. Uptime simply tells you how long been the system up for and how many users have been logged into the system and the load average. The next one, it tells us about the host name. Right here, the host name. Let's move this a little to the side. Host name, we could go back to our console, we could do the host name, and you'll see this is the host name of our Linux machine. And host name is one of the important command that I would recommend you to run every time you log into the system, so you would know you are not logging in to the wrong system and you are not running very critical commands on the wrong system. You clear the screen. The next one, we have uname. When you type uname, it will tell you it's a Linux machine. Again, the Linux machine, you do need to run this command because sometimes in an environment you have Linux, you have Solaris, you have AIX, many different Linux Unix flavors. So it's good to run uname. If you want to know more details about uname, you type uname -a. It will give you a lot more detail than just Linux. It'll give you the host name, the kernel version, the time it was built, and other architecture information. The next command we need to learn is which. Which command tells you the location of your command that you run. Let's say you run the command pwd, right? And it tells you that the command is telling you which directory you are in. So where is that command located? Of course, every command is a file itself and is located somewhere. To find out, you type which pwd, and it tells you this command pwd is located in user bin pwd. If you want to know more attributes about this command, you will run ls-l user bin pwd, and you will see right here, this is the script. Actually, the command itself is a script. The script itself is a text file that has been written by developers, and it tells you right here it is owned by root, and the group is owned by root, and these are the permissions of this file. Everybody has the right to execute it. If I take this bit out, then I cannot run, or nobody else can run this command. So this is what which command does. Let's clear this out. If you want to know where is date command located, date command is also located in user bin date. So as you can see, most of the commands are located in user bin, and you do ls-l, and you see a whole bunch of commands. If you want to view one page at a time, you could do more, and you could see all these commands that we have. There are a bunch of commands that Linux has. What if I wanted to know how many total commands are in Linux? Very simple. You do ls-l, and if you remember, you pipe it, you do word count minus l. This would gives me the total number of all these lines that are coming up. It's telling me there are 597 commands that are inside of this Linux machine. Moving on, what if I wanted to know the calendar? If I just type cal, it will give me the calendar of this month and this year. What if I wanted to know the month when I was born? Let's say for training, I'll do cal September 18, 1977. So I'll type September 9, September, which is the month, 1977, and it will give me, I could look at it as September 18 was Sunday. So you could type any month followed by the calendar. If you just wanted to know all the months in the year 2016, so you just type cal 2016, and it'll give you all those months, starting with, of course, January, ending with December. That's what the cal command is used for. Next command we have, let's clear this, BC. BC stands for binary calculator. If you want to do the calculation, of course you could go in here and bring the calculator, but you don't want to bring the calculator in GUI mode. You are in terminal mode, so you want to use the calculator. Then what do? You type again BC, hit enter. Now if you want to do 2 plus 2, hit enter, it'll give you 4. What if 256 times 321? That's the answer. So this is just a basic calculator. You could do division, multiplication, or anything that you want. If you want to quit out of it, just type quit and you will be out of it. So these are a few system utility commands, and you could run that. These are fun commands. Come up with the different options, and of course to look at the options, you could do man on every command and run with few options.